Hey, Prairie Lions again with another insider tip for your home. I've got my 500 lumen light here. I'm going to show you. I'm occasionally asked about wood shrinkage, little cracks like this. Why do they occur? And again, as we talked about in a former video, in a tile video, there's movement of the wood in there. When it dries out, it starts to shrink. And when that occurs, it occurs normally when you turn the heat on in the house, sometimes when you turn the air conditioning on. Pulls any moisture that's in that wall behind it out, and you'll get a little movement like this. There's not a structural problem, it's just part of, I'll turn my light on there, just part of the makeup of a home. So I'm just trying to let everyone know that this is not a structural problem, it's something that's there. We like to wait in our new homes about a year before we do anything with that, because we don't want to put caulk in there and then it's closed back up and the caulk comes out, it doesn't look good. So we usually wait about a year. Another thing I'm asked about is drywall. In this particular home, this is a flat paint up here. This is a gloss paint, high gloss paint. And a high gloss paint will show any imperfections that go into drywall. And I'll just kind of shoot my light across here real quick. You can see a little tape joint right there. This is where they covered a nail, little nail pop. You stand back 5-6 feet away from this. Industry standard's 10 feet, but you stand back 5 feet, you can't see it. But if you put this 500 lumen light up there, you will see it. There's a reason for that. And just a real quick, and I don't have a piece of drywall open, but we'll get one for you at some point that you can look at. But drywall, when we get it, it comes in a 4x8, 4x10, 4x12 sheet, and it's got a paper backing on it and a paper face. When we put it together, you put the tape joint together, we put mud in here, that's a plaster product. So when you have that paper product and the plaster product, they're two different materials. And when you paint it in a certain light, you're gonna see where that occurred, where that joint was put together. It's not as apparent in this particular house, but you can see, I was looking for a nail spot, because the nail spots are the same thing. It's where it's nailed and you go over top of the paper with a piece of plaster, with a little bit of plaster, and it's gonna show a different finish on it. That's typical, that's common. The only way not to have that variation is to completely skim coat your walls, your drywalls with a plaster material, much like we used to do the old plaster houses back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. It's really not cost effective. It can be done, but it's very expensive to do that. So typically we don't. We use a flat paint, and when we use a high gloss paint, we always let people know that there could be a little imperfection. You might see it. And I'm going to show you one more little shrinkage issue. This again, I get calls on this, and they ask me about, again, why is this occurring? And this again is just wood drying out. You can see right here where I've got the tread up against the riser and the a stringer, and then the riser back here. There's been a little tiny bit of movement in there. That is not the stairs falling down. It's not the house falling down. It's simply shrinkage in the wood. And it's going to occur in almost every new project. Old projects are already dried out, so you don't have as much. Sometimes you move in and don't pay any attention to the little cracks that are there. But hope this insider tip helps you. See you on the next one.